6 wins and 8 prior to that defeat. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback out of Louisiana Tech, Luke McCown.
Of the quarterbacking McCowns, Luke McCown has been a backup, a starter in the league, another guy that brings a great air to a team and is always ready to play when called upon.
McCown now on first down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
They go play action here on first down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. 20 yards on the pickup there. And the Saints are going to get a first down. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39! 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
If you're the team that has the ball, you're loving this series. No matter what you're dialing up, in the air, on the ground, you're getting big-time chunks of yardage. And right now, they've got that defense wobbling.
First is McCown. It's caught left side by Cooks. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On first and 10, here's McCown. That's caught. It's Thomas. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
McCown to throw on second down. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. The headshots here are the offensive unit. And what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down.
All right, here we go.
McCown looks to throw on third. And this is caught. It's the tight end Fleener for the Saints touchdown. Kobe Fleener with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford is a big-arm guy who's learned how to temper some of his throws. Actually has added a lot more touch and accuracy as his career has gone along. Big-time confidence in his arm, though. Any throw you want, he can make it.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. It's complete to Jeremy Curley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. We get a look now at the offensive starting unit for the Detroit Lions, and one big target they have at tight end is Eric Ebron.
And they are ready for him to fulfill his promise because he was drafted to be a game breaker. Big target, guy who could block at the line of scrimmage, but really get downfield and make plays against defenders, overmatch them. They haven't seen enough of that yet. They want to come to the front in 2016.
They go back to Riddick. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
From day one in the NFL, Jerry's Bird has been an interception machine, and now he's added excellent tackling and range to his game.
And the offense facing a 3rd and 6. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford finding time. And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. John Jenkins in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now the 4th-year punter from Appalachian State, that's Sam Martin on to kick. Taking it about the 16. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So second down, 3 yards to go now. They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, here's McCown. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They come up with one back. That's Ingram. He'll get it running right. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
McCown throwing on second. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 13 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Here's McCown, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Now the 8-year man out of SMU, Thomas Morstead, on to kick it away. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Well, kind of interesting for sure. It worked out for them. They only had a yard to go. You know, when you do that fake punt, you're kind of starting back further than you need to when you only have 1 yard. Yeah, and I guess they felt like that was a true full fake because most of the time with a yard to go, you leave your offense on the field, you run something from your playbook. But here, they gave the full impression they were going to punt it away and picked up the first down. They definitely surprised us. I was going to say surprise, surprise. Throwing on first is McCown, surveying the field. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And the starting crew defensively for Detroit.
Every time I watch a Lodi Nada play, I just wonder, how do you move this man? And then when he shows his movement ability, look out, quarterbacks.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. 4 down. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to the air on 2nd down. McCown. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing is McCown on 3rd down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Charles, that's an important 3rd down stop. You don't want to spot him 2 touchdowns here early.
You're trying to slow momentum down. You've already given up the score. They're coming right back at you. You're exactly right. Being able to hold them there and force a decision on 4th down, that's big for the defense.
And Hill with it over the middle. And he cuts it back right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints add on to their lead.
Brandon, a lot of times coaches see these situations present themselves on film. But how often do they actually call it? We just saw it here, and what an end result. A huge touchdown off of a terrific call.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On the ground, it's Riddick. And some space here. And a cutback right sideline. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for Detroit. And even 50 yards on the ground. And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not, that's your plan. Run the ball against them. That's their weakness. And by the way, I think you harped on it.
I did. My bad. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. On first down, it's Stafford. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
1 quarter down, 15-0 our score. We'll head back to New Orleans after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
The best defensive lineman They play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And they're back within 8. It's 15-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions defense now back onto the field. And they gave up a touchdown last drive. You kind of need to hit the reset button after every touchdown given up, Charles.
I love that. And the way that you phrased it is perfect because from series to series, you can reset how the game is going to go. If you gave up a touchdown before, it doesn't mean you have to do it again. And if you made a great play before, you have to reset again anyway because they're going to attack. So I love the way you phrased it and put it out there. That's what they have to do in this series.
Not like when you're playing a video game. You can't hit the reset. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jonathan Bostic in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They come up with one back. That's Ingram. On second down, here's McCown. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
McCown to throw on second down, and Thomas has it. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Three yards left to grab here on third down. They come out here in the eye. McCown looks to throw on third. Backing up. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's McCown. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. 2nd down now after the pass completion.
Check, 82, check 82. 319, 319.
Again, they'll throw with McCown. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing is McCown on 3rd down. Underneath to Spiller. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the 1st. That was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. McCown throwing on 2nd. And he's got it over the middle. Fleener. And down inside the 15 he goes.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
In the red zone this time. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now McCown. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Let's go.
McCown again on 2nd and 10. Can't find anyone open. Man open left side is Brown. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. It's McCown again. Looking for someone to throw to. Great protection. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And Barth puts it through. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So a 15-play drive. Can't believe that only resulted in 3, but it did.
That is somewhat amazing, isn't it? When you hold the ball that long, run offense that well, yet only put 3 points on the board, it has to be a little bit of a disappointment, doesn't it?
Has to. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll check on his status when we get back. First down at Stafford. Ebron caught left side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Well, thank you. On second down, here's Stafford. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. From the 50, Stafford. He's got Fuller. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. First and 10, Stafford. Ebron's got it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And the Saints signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Now a first down throw. Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. On first down, Stafford here. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Eric Ebron, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead is down to 4. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here's Cooks on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And this is incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And now it's second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. McCown will try again on second down. He's got time in the pocket. He goes underneath to Ingram. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 9 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Now the veteran punter for the Saints, Thomas Morstead, on to punt on 4th down. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. You know, normally he's probably happy with how he's playing. He's playing pretty well, but in the second quarter, you look up your team's losing. I don't think any quarterback's satisfied.
Not at all, and what they're really seeking is how do I play even better and inspire my teammates to do exactly the same in order for us to get back on top on the scoreboard. That's when you find out you have a quarterback. If they're just satisfied with their stat line,
they're not really a leader.
Not at all. You just have a guy playing the position.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Stafford now on second down. He completes it to Jones. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And now they're in the hurry-up. Stafford on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Out to the flat for Riddick. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Fresh set of downs here.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there.
On first down, it's Stafford. He hits Riddick underneath. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 53. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. Both teams have played smart with the football in the first half. Each team has avoided that one big turnover to this point, and it's a reason we have a very tight game at halftime. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Saints take it at the 49, and he'll end up at the 25-yard line before being tackled. Saints still on the field, and this long run goes for a touchdown. Saints go up by 15. Hits a late in the first. Riddick's going to cruise off the right side. He'd end up picking up 50 yards on the run before being tackled. Lions now later on the drive. Jones is able to haul in the contested pass. And after the short pass, he'll score. This cuts the deficit to 8. Late in the second, the pass is completed into tight coverage, and it ends up working for a touchdown. Lions cut the deficit to 4. Still a little time left on the clock. Riddick's by himself here, and that connection will lead to a gain of 19 yards. So that's it for us. We'll go back now to New Orleans for the start of the second half.
All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this second half. We saw this franchise do this back in the 09 Super Bowl. The Saints will start the second half with an onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. And where have we seen this before from Sean Payton?
That's ambush. We've seen that. What was it, Super Bowl 44?
44.
Right? New Orleans against the Indianapolis Colts. Right after the half, they get it done. I'm so sorry to jump in. I just violated partner and booth etiquette one-on-one.
If you come in with an ambush and you come in strong like that, I feel like it's justified.
My apologies, but boy, what a play.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Riddick with a carry. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Now Riddick, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. To throw on second down is Stafford. And going over the middle here to Curley. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's Riddick. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. In on the tackle was Kyle Wilson.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
Well, partner, they might want to tear up their scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. Third down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it, and they ran it really well and picked up a first down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it's second down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Theo Riddick, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Prater on to add the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Set, blue 90. Blue 90. 10. Eyes on 10.
McCown throwing on second. And he's got it over the middle. Fleener. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Another pistol look here. Now McCown toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st down, McCown. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
McCown now on 1st down. That's complete right around the 8. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. McCown going to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Now a handoff to Ingram. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. The Saints defense getting ready here, heading back onto the field. They have to recover a little bit. Last time they couldn't stop the run. They really couldn't stop the pass either.
And it wasn't just physically. It's mentally because the offense appears to be a step ahead of them. No matter what they call, it's working. So they've got to get something figured out. And usually you need a big play to get things turned around.
They gave up the touchdown on that balance attack last drive. Now this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Tackle made there by Nick Fairley.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Theo Riddick there. 3rd down here.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. It's caught, Jones. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So they're operating in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Ole Kikaha with a tackle.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
7 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. That's complete right around the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Back to throw, Stafford. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Detroit defense, we get set to watch them go. See if they can regroup a little bit. They gave up the touchdown last drive.
And you know from our meetings with coaches all across the league, one of their pet peeves, when teams get down, a lot of these guys now, they want to treat it like it's a video game or something. Hit reset. Let's start over, coach. Out of the first 2 series, they don't even matter now. Let's play again. That's not how it works. You're down. You gave up a touchdown. You can't do it again. You have to dig in, grit it out, and fight it out.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. It's the first time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Ziggy Ansah, in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Three-quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Hey, tight left. We got 4. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
McCown to throw on 2nd down. It's complete to Brown, right side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, there really wasn't much there, but a completion is a completion. A tough 3rd down awaits them.
Let's see, the defense might bring some added pressure as the offense is dealing with a 3rd and long.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 3rd and long, it's McCown. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. The Saints defense ready to set up shop again here. And last time out, they gave up the chip shot field goal, but obviously could have been worse than that. I think they felt pretty good about only giving up 3.
No doubt about it. Anytime an offense gets into the red zone, the thinking naturally for the defense is, okay, 3 points. We're going to give up 3 here, but let's make it no more than that. They met their goal.
On the other side, though, the offense, they weren't very happy.
No, because there's an opportunity. Once you get to the red zone, you're not thinking about kicking a field goal. You're thinking about how do you get into the end zone, and when you don't, You walk off the field feeling a little bit of failure on that drive.
Yeah, who will have the better feeling at the end of this drive? Second down now after the incompletion. Second and 10, Stafford again. This is Reddick on the screen. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He's got time. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in hours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Lions defense gearing up as they take the field. Coming off a fumble recovery there on the last time they were out on the field, so we'll see what they do here.
And once that happens, everybody wants to get involved. All right, whoever created the last one, they're going to get the praise in the film session. You want that praise yourself, so you know everyone's going to be attacking the football.
Yeah, we'll see if they can attack it, get hungry, and get another turnover. McCown now on first down. He dumps it down to Ingram. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. McCown throwing on second. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Wallace Gilberry in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. Throwing is McCown on 3rd down. It's complete to Flainer. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. throwing on first is McCown. And he's got it over the middle. Fleener. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 1st and 10, here's McCown. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Deep drop. His throw incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded at the 27. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They go back to the air here after the INT. And the tight end has it. It's Fleener. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. From midfield, here's McCown. Finding time. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. McCown will try again on second down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing on first is McCown. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
McCown's going to throw. Surveying the field. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try. The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 2-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game planned for, felt good about being aggressive and going for it, and right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, little 360. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now a first down throw. Stafford. And he's got Fuller. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First,
and now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. 4th quarter, 2-minute warning about to hit, and it looks like they're going to get one more play in.
Be interesting to see what they try and do on this play. Do they try and take a shot, or do they just try and get to the 2-minute warning?
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Fuller brings it in over the middle. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. And quickly, they get to the line. He's back to throw. Curley's got it complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Back to throw. Ebron with it over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Jeremy Curley, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And they'll stop. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. They come out here in the I. On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Now let's go.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for New Orleans, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.